On today's episode, we're discussing ultimatums. Are you here for it? Are you not? Do you give them? And if you do, what was said? Tell us all about it. And you're going to hear our thoughts on this episode of the You Heard What I Said podcast. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of You Heard What I Said podcast. We back here once again with my main one, Kion. What's going on?
I just all interrupted you. What's up?
That's okay. That's because we excited to be here. I get it.
Absolutely. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I don't know if you could hear, but it is storming outside. Thundering, lightning, all of that. So I was like, why not record?
Oh man, so you haven't gone to a surprise movie this week then, have you?
I did. It was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's on Mondays. I did go. This one wasn't as good as it was okay. I laughed. We stayed. But it wasn't as exciting and interesting as the first two. But it was decent. It had a good message, and I have absolutely no idea what the name of it was. This time they did have previews, so we got there on time. But the last week they had a little intro where one of the main characters, whatever, came in and said, "This is our movie. Hope you enjoy." Blah blah blah. They didn't do that. It just went straight into the movie. So I'm like, I have no idea what the name of it was, and I didn't really look it up. But it was cool though. It was cool.
Any main characters' names that you know?
There were a lot of well-known actors, and on there. Mm-hmm. Do I remember their names? No. That'll be a no. Yeah, no. No. Okay. But it was good. It was decent. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Speaking of, you what?
No, I was just gonna say I don't have to watch it again when it actually comes out. So.
Yeah, well, I won't know if you've seen it or not because I don't know what the name of it is. I'm like, hey, have you seen? And speaking of movies, though, there's a movie that I saw. I don't remember it at all, but I saw it about literally 25 years ago, and it's a 25-year anniversary of it, and so it's coming out in about 3 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, in 4D or whatever. So it's the new film footage, whatever. It's I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's kind of it's an out there movie. When I say out there, it's a if for those that maybe have had some natural leaf in their previous life or whatever, they'll be like, man, this is a good movie because it's kind of out there, kind of not abstract kind of, but it's kind of a movie that if you had a little something to drink or something or some gummies or whatever. So the movie is called Run Lola Run, and I don't remember the plot of it, but just imagine a movie where hold on one second here, let me.
It sounds familiar.
And where it's kind of it was kind of I don't know, it's like some German actress or something like that, but it's kind of for 30 minutes or so. They do a scene, and then they reenact the scene with a different beginning to do it all over again with a different plot. And they do it 3 times in the movie. You go through a scene, okay, and then all of a sudden they reenact it from the very beginning when this person opens up the door, and then all of a sudden it's a whole different scene, and then they do it again. Yeah, so it's one of those movies where it's man, if you had a little natural leaf, natural grown stuff, you'd be like, man. It'd be dude, this is pretty. So it's the 25th anniversary. I was looking on my little phone and they got the little, notifications and stuff like that. And I don't know how they knew. So that's why you got to be careful what you search for, I guess, because I don't know how they knew. But it came up.
They be listening to us.
They be listening. Yeah, 25th anniversary coming up for that. But I just thought I'd bring it up as you were talking about your movie that you saw.
Okay, that's cool.
Can't wait to go see that. Yeah, if it's on the big picture, I'm gonna see it. If not, there will be a way that I will watch it online somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
But before we get started, though, I definitely want to get a shout out to someone. I saw him today. Someone I haven't seen in years and years and years and years and years and years.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to you, Juan. What's up, brother?
What's
You
up,
know, he's
Juan?
yeah, he's uh it was funny. I was going to the grocery store, right, to pick up just a couple things. And I'm walking, all of a sudden, my eyesight's not the greatest. And plus I had on sunglasses. and so I'm walking, and then here comes this car pulling up and stops right next to me as I'm walking. And he has the window lowered. So he's like, "What's up?" And before I reacted, I sunglasses up and look, and I was like, "Oh," because you never know, man. That what's up could be. I was watching something on social media, and they talk about don't if you know them, whatever, you can do the up what's up with the head up. But if you just like, hey, I'm cool, we no, I don't start no trouble, we gotta get the nod down, that hey,
really?
we good. Yeah, I was like, okay, so you gotta be careful, how you nod and everything to somebody.
Right.
But yeah, so it was a guy that because he remembered me. Of course, when I saw him, I was like, his son played baseball with my oldest son.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was like the pitcher and the catcher. I think his younger brother was the catcher, or vice versa. But I haven't seen them in years. So they played over 10 years ago, and I think I saw him maybe once or twice during that time. I remember during that time in the baseball field, he had actually a garden. He had a garden in the little park and everything like that. So he was managing the garden and all that stuff. But real cool guy. And we kind of talked about 15-20 minutes just about what's been going on in our lives. And I just want to say a shout out to you, Juan. I gave him our website, so I'm not sure if he'll be watching or not. But yeah, because he was asking what I've been up to and everything. And of course, I gave a shout out to you and to the podcast. But yeah, he's a cool dude. And so what's up, Juan? Hopefully you're watching, and it was great seeing you. I know you're in the neighborhood, so hopefully I'll see you again.
Oh, sounds great. Okay, look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. We can use all the new followers. And it's always good reconnecting with somebody, so that's cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I actually got outside again this past weekend. I'm really trying to reconnect with my friends, because I have been doing like a horrible job, like spending time just trying to like balance everything. So yeah, I got outside, even though I wasn't like outside. I was like, I left my house to go to somebody else's house, but it was still outside.
But I thought you say you were in the sun deck, okay.
No. So yeah,
transported.
Right. That was
the
cool,
little bewitched. And then all of a sudden you're somewhere else.
I got a chance to hang out with your besties, sisters. So that was good. It was, look, that she's like the main one. So yeah, that was cool. Connect with her, and our other friends came by, so we had a really good time listening to music, doing some music. So it was a lot of fun.
The latest TikTok dance or anything?
We didn't do no TikTok dances, but look, we was out till like 4 a.m. Okay. It's like come on, it is like past my bedtime.
You need something to clip your eyelids open so you can stay
right. I'm yawning and everything, but it was worth it though. It was definitely worth it. So I got to do better to make sure I hang out with them more often.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Right. It was a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. So yeah. Right. So before we get into it, y'all know what time it is. Look, this that once a week thing for me. So let's get these drinks ready. And I got a new one for you today.
I just got some.
It looks like clear?
Well, it's clear, but it's not water.
Okay.
But what? It ain't the H2 oxygen. What you got? You say you got something different?
I still got my tequila, because that's my favorite. It's either usually tequila or wine. But this time I found this passion fruit. So like no cranberry, no orange juice, no lemon juice, just straight passion fruit. And when I tell you it changed my life, it changed my life. I was drinking that when I was hanging out with friends. Oh my goodness. It is everything.
In a 64 ounce, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm going to get it when I come down to see you. Because I'm telling you, it is amazing. So
I
yeah.
think I know the brand too. Is it 4-letter brand?
No. But
Okay,
they
all
have it
right.
in different people, but the one I got wasn't 4 letter, it was 6 letters.
Okay,
So yeah.
all
But
right.
cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
I was all excited to drink it again, and it did not disappoint. Oh my goodness, it did not. Mm.
Okay, I guess I'll take me another sip too
Ooh.
then.
It's like
This
you
be the
got
whole podcast, us sipping.
right. You got to be careful because it gives it a little sweet taste. So you'll be thinking like, oh, this is just some juice, and you drink up, and you be like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
talking about sweet taste, dude. Shout out to Bo. You know, this is one of my college teammates.
okay.
Noonie, what's up? Because they had some punch back in college that slow and steady wins the race, man. I tell you, the best punch that you could ever have. Woo! That
I'm
was some
telling you, yeah.
good stuff. And I have a feeling I know what a few of the ingredients that were in there. But like I said, it tastes like Kool-Aid.
Right,
And listen,
exactly.
it ended me in so many different nights. My night was ended because of
Uh
that.
oh, uh oh.
Oh yeah,
We had to talk about
yeah.
that on another episode.
Night was over, man. Yeah.
Well, look, this episode we strictly talking about ultimatums. They got these shows out now on Netflix, and they're like ultimatum shows, like "Marry Me Now" or "It's Over." You have like the choice to either marry the person who you came in a relationship with, or because they do like little trial type like marriages that you're like with somebody for like 3 weeks or whatever, and you experience what you could be possibly lacking out of a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you go back to your original partner to see like if any changes have been made, if they're still the person that you want to be with or whatever. And then you decide, yeah, like, do you want to be with the original partner who you have spent like years with? Do you possibly want to take a chance on this new person, or do you just want to choose yourself and be like, yeah, neither one of y'all are working. I either like still have some growing myself to do, or neither one of you all fulfill those needs, that I will want out of a partner. So,
That
but
sounds like kind of
yeah.
an episode. It sounds like a reality show of two combined in one. Because when we first started talking about it, I thought, oh, it's like this. But then we start talking about it, oh, it's like this. So they kind of combined it, the two of them.
Right, yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
cool. It kept me up all night, like, ooh, what happened? What's going on the next episode? I
Is
had
it
a
still
lot
going
of
on?
late nights. I mean, it's still available to watch, but with Netflix, it's like they give you all the episodes at once. So I'm just like binge watching, trying to keep my eyes open. Like I know I got to wake up early, but
I mean,
but this is good.
have you? Is it So is it? So the season's over with?
Yeah, I mean, well, it already aired. Like this, because it's like 3 of them. They have like 3 different ultimatums, like in 2 different countries and stuff. So yeah, so it's
And
3.
did they already do the? Go ahead.
They've done the reunions and everything. So yes,
All
so
right, let's do that on the
all
next
the
podcast.
episodes are available.
Let's do that. Let's go. Let's talk about that
Yeah,
on the
we can
next
talk about it.
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
So
go to that. I haven't seen. We can talk about. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see all of them because
oh yeah, no,
my
that's
my
fine.
my not only is my attention span kind of diminished a little bit, but also the late night stuff as well. Kind of. I have to really start watching early because when I try to start watching late, it watches me, as they say. So,
and that's what happened. Then I had to go back. Like I wasn't on episode 6. Like I don't remember this. But yeah, but no, we can definitely talk about it next week. There's probably one in particular that we can discuss first.
Next week. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, next week. And but it just made me think, like, should you give people ultimatums? Are we requiring or expecting people to live up, to a certain expectation where it's like you do this, or I'm done? Like, is that something that's I guess I can use the word acceptable, or what I'm saying? So what do you think? about ultimatums. That can't even
All,
talk
all,
like it.
all
It's
tomatoes. Well, I think
look.
all tomatoes are great. I like the red tomatoes. I like all tomatoes.
It's look. It's here. I'm feeling it. I'm about to take another one.
No, ultimatums. I think that as a last resort, I think
Mhm.
it's okay. I don't think. 'Cause I was watching. It was a commercial. I think I was watching just
Okay.
recently, a day or
Mhm.
two ago. I've never seen it before because a lot of times
Mhm.
I fast forward, but due to my transition in terms of future uh, um, courses.
Mhm.
I'm listening to commercials now. Just kind of
Mhm.
get a feel for a few things.
Mhm.
And it was a commercial. I don't know what they were selling. What the product was, but I remember like the guy was it a guy or a girl? It was a guy that had a dog, and it was a guy that had a dog, and for whatever reason, she said something. And then dude looked at the dog. He was like, "Well, what do you think?" And all of a sudden, you see the door close on her. So he kind of gave like an ultimatum. I think she said something,
Right.
and then he kind of gave her like an ultimatum. I guess the dog didn't agree to it, and so the door all of a sudden the door closed. And you see her on the other side,
That's
and so
hilarious.
yeah. So I'm just like, I mean, literally, it was like late at night, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure exactly what the product was or whatever. But so if it's a quick ultimatum, like you're
Mhm.
just starting dating someone, all of a sudden they're like,
Yeah.
hey, it's me or the dog.
Mhm.
No, I don't agree with that because and it's hard. Or I was watching some reality show where they say, oh, if it's either me or like your family, you choose one.
Let
Like,
me cut you off real quick because when you said me or the dog, that was actually like a theme. That was the issue in one of the ultimatums that had to do with their pet. So I can see people, saying that, but go
oh,
ahead.
absolutely. Yeah, no,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, it's a real thing.
Mhm.
It's a real thing with someone and their pet. Because that's like, you hear stuff where they say, "Oh, that's my kid," and "Oh, I didn't know you had a kid." Oh, I'm talking about
Yeah.
my dog, my
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
pet.
My
Because it's
fur
their
babies.
child. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
right. It's their child. So like on that reality show, it was like an ultimatum where it
Mhm.
was like either you choose me or your family.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
can't I can't I can't go with that,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's your blood, but it's someone you
Mhm.
love, and you telling me I got to choose between my blood, my family, and you. That's not cool. I don't think.
Right.
But
Right.
I look at it where if you're in a relationship and you kind of are living a life and everything's going good, but then all of a sudden it's starting to turn a little sour and everything like that, and not an ultimatum as it's me or the dog or me and this person or me and that. It's just like, hey, I need to know. I need to give me some type of legitimate answer as to what's going on or what this is
Mhm.
about.
Mhm.
And if you've gone through all obstacles, if you've been waiting patiently, if you've been working on yourself, if you've been getting better, if you've been doing the right things, and you still haven't gotten the answer that you wanted, then yeah, then I think an ultimatum is needed, because you've
Mhm.
gone through all types of obstacles, not obstacles, you're going through everything. You've gotten better yourself. You hear it's not you, it's me, whatever. So, so you grow, you get better, you improve yourself. And then if you still don't get the answer that you want, or if you still don't get this, you still not the right situation that you want to be in, then I could see some type of ultimatum. Not like it's me or the dog, but it's like, hey, you know, I've done everything I need to do. It's 50-50 relationship or
Mhm.
friendship, whatever. If you're not giving your all, then either you gotta give more, or I gotta say bye bye, because I've given everything I got, and I'm not happy. And
Right.
I've done everything I can. And so that's when I think an ultimatum can be in a situation where you can use
Mhm.
that ultimatum, like, hey, either let's figure this out together. I don't want to be the one that's always pushing the situation to try to get better and increase. And if you're pulling away, because I'm giving all this energy, and all you're doing is taking away this energy.
Yeah.
So that's when I could see an ultimatum is necessary. But other than that, like it's me or the dog, you know I don't I'm not cool with that. I think that
Mhm.
it can work,
Mhm.
because you know
it was, you had touched on one. You were like, after I made all these adjustments and worked on myself, and I think that that's great because you always want to be the change that you want to see. You can't keep asking somebody like, I need this, I
Exactly.
need this, and I need this, and you're lacking in it yourself.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely be the change you want to see. But I know people who have given ultimatums. They were for more kind of like advanced, I guess, things like your drinking is an issue. And if you can't get that under control, then, I can no longer, be in this relationship. So I could kind of see it in that instinct because I mean,
Yeah.
that could be like a detriment to, someone's health, to someone's
Yeah.
safety, no matter, what it is.
Exactly.
So,
If danger is
yeah.
involved, that changes
Hmm.
everything,
Right, right.
and that's something that can be very, very dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure about like the term ultimatum. I definitely don't want anybody to change for me. I will want us to grow together. However, if you're not adding to me,
Right.
and I'm not being like fulfilled in that relationship, then it's time to go. But I don't think I'm not necessarily going to give somebody an ultimatum and say, you got to do this or I'm
Right.
gone, because it's like, I don't want to force you to be someone that you're not. Like, if you're not these things as of yet, or if it's aspiring and I'm just not patient enough to wait for it, then it's, that's a me thing. So
And then it
it's
also
not,
kind of
yeah,
says,
you think it's me
and
thing.
right, and also kind of
Hmm.
puts it to the point where it's like I'm better than you. Like
Yeah.
like, hey, there's nothing wrong with me.
Right,
It's no,
right.
it's not. We all have issues. We all have flaws. So
Hmm.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all works in progress. I mean, we're growing every day. We're learning every day. At least we should be learning,
I'm growing this
every
hair, white hair every day.
every day.
Yeah.
Look, I'm growing hopefully some more black strands because I've been plucking them gray ones because I'm like, come on now. Like, you just can't be coming in like little piece by piece. Like, either come all the way in or just stop.
Yeah.
For real. But I definitely would say no to ultimatums. Like I said, because then I feel as if I'm pressuring you or forcing you to do something that you're not quite ready to do. And if you're not at the point of what I need in a relationship, then it's just be like, okay, right now this isn't, anything that could be sustained between us, and I'm just gonna go ahead and part ways until,
Even
go
what
ahead.
if you? But what if you've been in a friendship? Well, it's not just a significant other. It could be a
Right.
friendship as
Mm-hmm.
well. So what if
Mm-hmm.
you've been, in that friendship or relationship for a long time, where you know the ins and outs? Are you still,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I'm gone, or are
I
you going to
mean,
be patient until something gets better?
well, it depends, because I mean, there are always circumstances where somebody could just be going through something. Then, of course, then it's, I don't want to say my job, but as a friend, I should be there to support, whatever it is that you're going through, and help you to, lack a better word, get better, heal, process, whatever, all of this information. So as I would want that to be, back on me if I was, going through something. So I think that's kind of different than me
Hmm.
saying, I don't like the way, I mean, it could be something frivolous where I don't like the way I'm always calling you and you ain't never calling me back. So if you don't start calling me, I'm done. I don't know. It's just hard to say. Or, it could be something simple as, if you don't ask for that promotion at your job, I'm done. Or if you don't start, I don't know, helping around with household items, whatever it may be. Sometimes
Right.
somebody isn't just ready. So you can say, hey, this has been a concern of mine, just letting you know, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to say, and I'm going to need you to fix that. Otherwise, I'm out. Like, no, I don't feel like I should have to do that. Now I kind of feel like I'm mothering you in a sense, like, go pick up your clothes, make sure you set
Mm.
your alarm so you could, get to work on time. Like, no, that's not what I wanted, any form of relationship, friendship, or romantic. So no,
Right.
I won't be giving anybody any
You're right.
ultimatums.
You're right. You're right. Got your son. And he's grown,
Right.
grown ass man
Exactly.
now.
Exactly. Like if we don't align, then it's time to say goodbye. That's it.
Bye.
Bye bye. You know
So
what?
yeah, the two words, not just bye bye. Yeah.
Bye bye. And I've been like real conscious about that too. Like when I hang up from somebody, I'm like, all right, bye. I'll make sure I just say it one time.
But don't it sound weird though? We say just
It
once.
does
Like
sound weird.
you like bye, and then you wait for it. You just it's different. Yeah. But
It
I'm with
sounds
you on that.
weird. And I noticed that this is totally off topic, and I noticed a lot of people don't say bye. They'll say all right, or see you later, or talk later, talk soon. A lot of people don't like to, at least a lot of people who I talk to, they don't like to really say bye. And I don't know if it's like okay, that's a forever thing, and it's final. I don't know what the reasoning is. I guess I would have to ask. But yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Way see you later, or or see you soon, or
Mm-hmm.
what have you. I guess we think about it that way. It does kind of sound like it's
Yeah.
the same thing, because when my home, my dog, we
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we just don't use words sometimes. Yeah. A lot of times we just like, all right, and he'd be like, all right, all right, all right. Not even,
Exactly.
and
So
then we're gone.
right, you just don't know what somebody. I mean, well, typically you would know when somebody's like, all right, because you know that you finished that conversation. But sometimes it feels like, did they just hang up on me? Like, are we done? Do I need to call back? Like, was that purposeful? Like, what's going on here? So, and I'm okay with that. Like, you don't have to say bye. Sometimes I will say see you later. Other people will be like, all right, love you. Whatever that ending is. So I'm cool with whatever it is.
I'm gonna start saying "I" to everybody. If they say bye, I'm like "I," and then all of a sudden they're gonna call me. Why you just say "I"? Is something wrong with what I say? No,
Right.
All right.
I know one person at the end of the call, they'll be like, all right, later. But the later always kind of the way they say it sounds like love you. Like the way it says it's like kind of flows. And I'm like, wait, am I supposed to say love you too? Like, what are you saying? Like, are you really saying love you this time? Or are you saying later? Or are you saying something else? So I just be like, all right, bye.
We done. Let's end this
don't
call
know.
right now.
Right. I don't want to say love you and then they not saying love you. And then it's like, nah, I'm like forcing somebody to say love you back. It's like, this is just too much. Like, let me just text next time.
Just need to one unique word and just go with the flow. Whether it's "I" was see ya, or "I holla," or whatever. Just use that for everybody, and so they all know. Okay, I'm talking to Precious. I know when the conversation is over.
You're right. I'm gonna have to think of that one word that I'm cool with that I could say to everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna think on that.
And then you should put it in the comments of "You heard what I said" podcast. If y'all want to address Precious and y'all done with the conversation, y'all be like, "I holla," or whatever it is that you come up with.
I ain't heard somebody say that in a long time. That's cool.
It's the social media, man.
Right.
Social media is for all ages, 8 to 80. So I get a chance to see my group, and how we grow up. Because there was one guy on social media that it's funny. I forgot his name or what his thing is, but he talks about in terms of like barbecue. In terms of what this means, if I say this, it could like one thing he said, like one word, but it can mean different things and different situations and stuff. So that's all.
I've seen a lot of those as well, and it is true. One word can mean so many things. But
even though what's up, because what's up could be like what's up, like. Or like, what's up? Or like, what's up? Like, this is dirty. It's messed up. It could be a lot of different things. So.
And it's cool that just from like your body expressions, the tone of your voice, which what's up you refer to.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. That's real dope about us. So yeah. But as far as me, I'm a no Ultimatums that almost look like the Wakanda forever. But let's put it like that. No, no ultimatums.
And for me, I'm like no ultimatum unless you you know, unless you went through every single thing and you've done everything you could. You've gotten better. You've improved on yourself, and you've done everything. You've given time. You've given space. You've given everything, and just it prolongs, day after day, year after year, per se. Then I could see, because you don't want to just have, you don't want to waste your life. You don't want to waste your time, because time is most, it can't be taken away. It's gone. I can't get it back. And so I look at it where in the utmost situation, it can be used. But if it's like just some I don't say nonsense, because it may be important to you, but if it's just some basic stuff, no, I'll say no, with the exception. Let me put the question mark. Where and if there's maybe a certain situation where you can just say, hey, all right, we got to figure this. No, I wouldn't even say an ultimatum. I'll be like, all right, we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And then I'll address it like that. Like, we got to figure this out.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, you've been staying at my house all this time. I want to see what your crib is like. Come on. Let me just. I'll leave first thing in the morning. I'll cook whatever. Let's do this.
Yeah, no ultimatum, but I won't just accept, certain behaviors. I'm gonna let you know, like, this is affecting me. Is this something that could possibly be worked on? And so that way I could give somebody the option to say yes or no. I don't like when people don't give me the option to say yes or no. It's like, no, like, you can't force me to do what you want me to do. So yeah, that
you just said something that reminds me that we need to just let the fans know.
Okay.
In 2024, for sure, that you got Mo coming to the stage.
we do
with a few things that you got lined up, because you just schooled me on some information as to how to address someone when you want to not persuade, but when you want to let your feelings known, and you want to let them know, hey, I'm willing to work with you. However, you got to work with me as well, and we got to figure this out.
Exactly. Yeah, look, big things are coming, and I know I keep saying it in the notes, but it really is coming. So don't worry, just be ready. Be ready when it hits you. Yeah, absolutely. So look, let's take another drink to all that. Look, you heard what I said.
Yes.
I like that glass too. That's nice.
I got this for my 50th. This is limited edition 1973 vintage, aged to perfection.
That's nice.
They can't see it, but yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
This is I remember when I first started. Funny how I'm 50 right now. When I first started entrepreneurship and get into that world over 25 years ago, there used to be something called the 50-50 Club.
Yeah.
Brought that up, and so I just thought about that. So anyway.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, look, let's wrap it up and tell everybody, how can you be reached?
I can be reached at Kion Said 37 on all the platforms. Yes. And what about you, Precious? How can you be reached?
Precious Said 888. I'm all about that abundance over here.
Absolutely.
As always, we want you guys to like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, all that good stuff. Leave us a comment. We want to interact with you guys. So let us know how you feel. Let us know if you're giving ultimatums or not. Like, do you think that that's cool? Or if you've been in a situation where you received an ultimatum, and how did you handle that? Like, what did you say? Did it end up well, or was it like, that was the end of us? Like, we want to know. We want to know. Inquiring minds. So yeah, once again, it was always a pleasure to talk to you, to chop it up.
Yes, same here. Yeah, and then, I enjoy this time.
Me too. That's part of my day. So yeah, next week we're gonna get into some more ultimatums and talk about the shows, because when I tell you, I don't even want to say characters because it's supposed to be reality, so they're supposed to be real people, but some of them you like, oh my goodness.
Now, do you know if some of this stuff is like Who was your parents? No. Like what school did you go to?
Right.
No, do you know some of these? Do you believe that some of these reality shows are scripted? I know we kind of already
I
said like
don't.
our
I
see you later's.
possibly, and I don't know. I mean, with this supposed to be reality, I don't know if I would say scripted in a sense where they're literally giving lines, but I will say that I'm sure that they like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like, okay, we're gonna talk about this subject. So bam, this is what you talk about. Let's get it in.
I
And so
got you.
I think it's in that sense where they kind of have you leaning towards, one topic. Yeah, you've been going through this, so talk about this, or they could have just had like an argument 10 minutes ago and they like, oh no, we missed it, bring it back up. So I think it could be something like that.
Yeah, I agree. 'Cause I think
Mm-hmm.
also it may be like no, like you weren't crying hard enough. I need you to bring some more tears. 'Cause it's all about the effects, So
Right,
we need
that's
you to
true.
reenact this and show a little more anger
People
or
probably
so.
wouldn't watch it otherwise. So,
That's true.
yeah. So yeah, I think that they definitely have a part in what's going on. That it's not just like they're following you and they're putting every single thing. No, I think that definitely some edits and like nah, that wasn't right. Go have that
Right.
conversation again. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
it's something like that. Yeah, yeah. I just follow me around like no. I need to use the bathroom.
But
Leave me alone.
eventually you don't remember.
That's
You
what
don't
people
know.
say. Yeah.
Because like we got cameras out out front and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at first when I installed the cameras, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I gotta watch what I say because it's being recorded. But then
Right.
after a while, you come home, you park or whatever, and you don't remember that there's a
Right.
camera that's on.
You just like
That
fuck it.
motion and right. So I think that eventually it's. I mean, if you see it, then like yeah, because it's all in your grill. But like you're not going to remember 24 hours a day that there's cameras there. That's why the show
Exactly.
that we come. That's why the reality show that you talked about last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's
Mm-hmm.
June
Yeah. I think it
something.
said
Yeah.
July. When I saw it
Oh,
again,
July
I
something.
think it
Okay.
might have said July. I was like, where did
Yeah.
I get next week from? Yeah. I don't know what
But
I was paying attention to.
anyway, they got like 100 cameras, 100
Yeah.
mics, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
after a while, you don't. You just so
Yeah.
you just don't remember because
Mm-hmm.
you've heard some of the conversations that's been had in the house, and it's like, dang, dude, the camera's on, right? you
Yeah,
know,
you'll hear them on that ultimatum where you like, don't you
yeah,
know it's one up in that room?
right,
Like
right,
they
right.
and they're just like transcribing everything on the screen. Like
Right.
Molly said this. It's like, oh, okay, Molly. We hear you. So yeah, it's
Exactly.
definitely entertaining.
Exactly.
So, okay, Kion. Well, I will see you next week because you got a lot of catching up on these episodes to do.
I do. I do.
Hmm.
I do.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
I holler. No.
All right. I was going to be like, see you later.
Right, right.
I ain't
I
found it yet. I ain't found it yet.
I might go with the I again. I
Okay. All right.
but then then they'll be like, I it's all right. No, I'll go with I.
I'm just going to be like, okay. That ain't what I'm ending up with. But for right now, peace. Welcome back, guys. We're here with an episode on. No, don't like how that sounds.
Hey guys, in this episode, today we're gonna be talking about ultimatums. Ultimatums. All right, we're gonna be talking about green tomatoes. But yeah, so I was looking at that show, and I'm just like, wait, what was I just talking about? This is over 50. Oh my gosh!
They was talking about that was your child.
No,
That's what
before
people
that though,
say.
it was about the reality.
Don't.
Oh yeah. All right.